and you can ask him whatever you like regarding his career. Okay. Yes.
Good morning, everybody. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Good morning. Lovely. May I say, I am delighted to be here this morning. On the other hand, at the age of 83, I'm delighted to be anywhere this morning. I started my career, like many actors do, a nativity play in Sunday school. You all remember the nativity play? They had a nice looking chap. He was playing King Herod, and I was to play the Archangel and bring you tidings of comfort and joy. But the Sunday school teacher decided we'd have to switch parts, because I looked more like King Herod than he did. That was my first villain. Then fortunately, at the age of 15, I saw an advertisement for a school called the Italia Conti Stage School. They were looking for boys to be dancers in opera. So I thought, well, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound. So I went along to the Italia Conti Stage School. I went in and I saw the matron. She said, go down there to the cloakroom and we'll call you when we're ready. So I walked down the corridor, and as I passed the first room, I heard a voice saying, shuffle hop, shuffle that, shuffle. I passed the second room, and they're going, la 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 la. And I passed the third room, and the voice was saying, half-a-league, half-a-league, half-a-league onward. And I thought, I'm in heaven. Because everybody had been telling me how stupid I was to be wanting to be an actor, and here was a whole building devoted to actors. I got to the cloakroom, which was about the size of the stage. I sat down, and the room where they'd been doing don't forget I was 15, the room where they'd been doing the tap dancing, the door opened, and all these girls between 12 and 16 wearing leotards, all sweaty, came all charging into the cloakroom, pushing me up against the wall. I mean, they knew what they were doing. Oh, are you new? I said, yes. Are you coming? Yes, I hope so. However, I did get into the Italia Conti Stage School, and very luckily for me, they were doing a couple of films. One was called Oliver Twist, with Alec Guinness as Fagin, and I got to be one of the boys. Then the other film, I went along, I was told I was to be a Spanish page boy. And I walked in, and I saw this very tall man wearing the most beautiful suit I'd ever seen in my life. Prince of Wales check. I couldn't take my eyes off it. And he turned around and said, you'll know me next time, won't you? I said, I'm sorry, I was admiring your suit. He said, well, let me give you a tip. When you want to buy a suit, save up your money and get one made. Never buy a suit off the peg. He said, my name is Christopher Lee. And this was Christopher Lee making his first film, and I was in it. And of course, our careers went roughly in the same direction. As I grew older, I played various villains on stage. My favorite was Count Dracula. Wonderful part of the play. He only has about 6 lines in the whole play, but wearing his beautiful cloak and dicky bow, stole the whole show in 6 minutes. And then I was cast in a film called Conga. Now, my agent rang me and said, this was 1960, by the way. My agent rang me and said, there's an American producer in town, and he's looking for an actor 6 foot tall. Max rehearsal rooms at Leicester Square. So I went into the room, and there's about 20 other blokes there. I thought, oh, you know, this is... However, this American jet came out carrying a cardboard box like this. He put it down, and he said, now, I don't want to waste anybody's time, the actor I'm looking for must be 6 foot tall. So if you're 6'1" or 5'11", thank you for coming, but don't waste your time. You won't do. Everybody left except 3. Myself and 2 other chaps. Then this guy opened the box and took out a gorilla's head. He said, now the actor who's going to get this part will be wearing this for about 6 hours a day. So I would like you to try it on and see if you're going to be able to stand for this. So we all tried the head on. Now, I've got brown eyes, and the other 2 had blue eyes. And a gorilla, of course, has brown eyes. And that was how I came to get the part. So I had to wear this gorilla outfit all day long. And the assistant director, now if you know anything about filmmaking, the director controls the action, and it's the assistant director who shouts, right, stand by, lights. Now the assistant director on the film Conga, his name was Buddy. And Buddy was one of those blokes who came up and slapped you on the back and said, right, come on, we're ready. And I got fed up with him. Come on, Paul, over here, go over there. He's there. I thought, one of these days, you know. Anyway, we got to the end of the picture and they had what is called a wrap party. So you all go to the party and you drink the health of the film, but Buddy wasn't there. And then someone came up to me and said, Paul, there's a telephone call for you. Hello? And this voice said, Paul, it's Buddy. I thought, oh yes. He said, I'm just starting work on a new film. And I told the producer what a really nice guy you were and how cooperative you were, and he wants to see you for a role in the film. And he turned out to be Dr. Blood's coffin. And I got the role in the film. Now, what would have happened if I'd given Buddy up? It just shows you've got to be careful who you talk to and who you meet. Now, in the film Conga, there were quite a few interesting bits there because this was about a gorilla who went from a monkey to 60 foot tall. When I got to the size of the gorilla, Michael Goff, a really charming man, he played the mad professor. He injected this monkey with some plant juice which makes it grow. I got to the size of a gorilla, and in one particular part, French windows. Inside was a professor making notes. I, in my gorilla suit, was standing outside the French windows, and the director said, now, if you look carefully at the window, you will see a chalk mark. When I say action, you belt that chalk mark, the window will fly, crash open like that, and you lumber through and strangle the professor. Right. All ready? See the chalk mark? Action! Oh. The carpenter had sewn slits the wrong way round. So instead of bursting open, it jammed together. However, we got that put right, did the scene. The next scene is where I'm growing. Inside the house, I grow to 60 foot. So they had a doll's house, a little bit bigger than this. And I was told, sit down in the doll's house. When you hear action, you come up and crash through the roof. He said, now those shavings around there, we're going to set fire to the house at the same time. So the house will be on fire and you come crashing through. He said, now you don't have to worry because the carpenter has sewn little slits in the rafters to me. Fortunately, this time it did work. Dr. Blood's coffin, about a man who died. He'd been dead for 2 years, then dug up and brought back to life. Kieran Moore was the madman in this film, set in Cornwall. Now, Kieran Moore falls in love with a nurse, played by Hazel Court, beautiful lady. Hazel Court and Kieran Moore tried to seduce her, and she said no,